Okay, this is a really exciting period in the build. We've just got the first few of our roof rafters up, and so you can see the shape of the house beginning to take form, and it's obviously really exciting because we get to see what we've been building towards. You can see that there's what we're calling a temporary ridge beam, which runs from this end of the house to the very far end of the house. We're using that as basically a temporary support, and it's just there to make sure that all of our cross pieces come out exactly the same. We've got really straight walls in all those dimensions. It'd be very hard to do that if we were trying to do all of that working in space unsupported. So we've got one thing we should mention is we're using 2x8s because that's what we got off the teardown, recent teardown that we're building this house from. So a 2x6 would no doubt be sufficient, but we've got 2x8s. We hate to rip 2x8s because it's a waste of good wood. So we've chosen to just keep them as 2x8s. What's difficult to see from this end is we've cut little what are called bird's mouths in the top and the bottom of both of the two pieces. And the bird's mouth essentially just that piece of wood wants to sit at an angle. And all the bird's mouth is a little relief cut there so that the board sits flat on the rafter. We'll get some still photos of that, and I think that'll be self-explanatory. So we've done that on the top plate over there and the top plate over there. We've not done that on the temporary ridge line because we're going to be pulling that out, and we want that to be a perfectly sharp and crisp angle. I think that covers it for this stage. We're going to be doing some fill-in, so at the moment we've just done the first few. This gives us the shape and it holds our ridge line in place. Now we can fill in, and we're going to do these rafters on 16-inch centers just like we've done our studs, and then we'll have our roof structure pretty well complete. The final step of the roofing is putting blocking between the 16-inch rafters, and the blocking is going to fasten them and make sure that our rafters don't turn over. Because of the arch, the rafters are higher, their center of gravity is higher than their strength, so it would be possible for them to fall over like a bunch of dominoes. But when we put the blocking in, the blocking will prevent that. They'll actually be fixed in together, and they won't be able to lay over like that. We've also got the strength of the end walls. The end walls will be framed after we get the roof rafters in. So by the time we get the end walls and all that blocking in, and then finally the decking on both faces, that whole structure is going to be very, very strong.